Hey, again. It's me, obviously. I feel like I was asking for feedback in the last one where you guys really want this to go. And I feel like I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was going to say. I was just like, let me do it. I'm going to sit here trying to think about what I want to say and or at least the topics and stuff. And I'm just going to not do it. So I was like, I'm just going to hop on and do this and see where it goes, see if I get any traction. But I said I'm from Lyon. Um, from Lyon. Hootie's a nickname from high school. My football coach gave it to me. Played 4 years there. It wasn't that great, but it was a good time. It was a good time for what it was. Played lacrosse for a year, um, and I just I don't know. I'm just trying to get in my comfort zone. If these videos gain any sort of traction, I'm not, when I say traction, I'll take anything really. Couple views, a couple comments. Just I'll talk about anything. I might just come on here. Like I said, if I'm getting some sort of interaction here, I'll post videos. Quite often. Well, I'll try to at least, and then see. But I'll just until I get some sort of feel what you guys want, or not. I'll just blabber about what's going on, whatever comes to mind. Because I'm sure you guys will learn if I continue to do this. You will learn I could blabber, and but yeah, I'm from Lyon, sports guy. Bills are NFL is my favorite. Um, I do enjoy other sports, of course. I just don't watch them as much. I'm a Yankee fan, Islander fan, Nick fan, and Nick fan, yeah. So, but just from Lyon, trying to do stuff out of my comfort zone. I'm sorry for repeating myself. Like I said, I'm just trying to give you guys as much info as possible. So, I feel like it's only fair if I'm asking for feedback. If I give you guys nothing to feedback on where you guys do, it's pointless. But who knows? I might just come on here and just talk about whatever's on my mind. If that's what you guys want to do. But I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, obviously. But I want feedback too. So I'm gonna listen to you guys, take it all in, and go from there. But yeah, for anyone who might wonder how the hell did I become a Bills fan, I grew up on Long Island. Went to SUNY Cortland upstate. Was a Bills fan before that, but I was kind of grew up as a Jets fan, and then as I was getting more into sports, I was like, Jets Giants playing Jersey. My dad was a Jets fan, so that's why I kind of leaned more towards the Jets. And I was like, well, the Bills are only, yeah, granted, obviously from Long Island, they're 10 hours away, but like, they're only team in New York. I'm gonna hold on to that. I was like, I thought to myself, times now they're not good, so I don't, anytime that happens after this, if they get good, everyone's gonna be like, you're a bandwagon. I wouldn't blame them, but yeah, I'm just making videos, just get out of my comfort zone, talk. I have a great family, big family, great friends. If I had to get things off my chest, I could toss a dart at a wall with all their pictures, and I could call any one of them and call them and they would listen to me, be there for me for sure. But, I'm sure anyone that's in a similar situation, the same situation I'm in, sometimes you just don't want to call and burn anyone. And then, sometimes, they all mean well, but sometimes if I get things off my chest, it's just like, they're constantly checking on me, and I'm so grateful for that. But, like, for me, it just puts me back in that headspace, at least, even if it's just briefly in that moment, and sometimes I just don't want that. I'm doing good. So, but yeah, I've dealt with depression, suicidal at one point. Thank God, I'm past that, but I'm doing a lot better now. It's fear that's still in the back of my head. One thing's gonna snap, and then all of a sudden you're like, crap. I'm back here, so I'm confident that won't happen again. But you never know, and that's what scares me. It just takes that one big thing that you don't expect, and then yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and blabber, and I hope people see this and are willing to watch it to the end, or pretty much, and kind of I'll take as much feedback as I can get, here. So I'll just, you know, work on my blabbering and focus more on good topics to talk about. But I just feel like if every direction I just feel like, this is my opinion, and it's awesome. People are making money off of making a living. It's awesome. But I just feel like YouTube and everyone knows about TikTok and all that crap. I shouldn't say crap. I watch TikTok all the time, but it's so saturated because everyone wants. I hate to use the word easy, but it's just because I don't know. Like I'm sure these content creators, these two people are working their butts off to it's a job. They're making money off it. Good for them. Not that I'm looking to do that necessarily. I mean, if I can make a few bucks here and there, awesome. But I'm just trying to get out of my comfort zone. I'm working myself, get things off my chest that maybe I wouldn't call X, Y, and Z about. And talk to them about. So, but yeah, so it's just. So that's just that. So that's why I want to get feedback too, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. And like, this guy won't shut up about the same things. What's the point of this video? Waste of time. But I mean, unless you guys enjoy it, if you guys enjoy it, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to do what I want to do, but I also want to do things people viewing my videos enjoy or are enjoying. I understand I'm probably not going to bat 1,000 where people even, let's say an X amount of time and make 100 videos. And like, I understand that people, or not everyone's gonna love all 100 of those videos. Some people might like this one, another group of people might like that one. Whatever. So, but I know I'm not gonna please everyone. But at the same time, I want to please everybody. But I understand that's kind of that's my goal. But I understand it's kind of like an unfeasible goal in a way. So, especially if, I mean, if I have 5 people here, that's a whole lot easier than 100 people. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'm not telling any of my friends, family about this. I mean, I guess the point is, if they see this, like, my friends might give me some, crap about it. Joke around, give me, all out of love and, jokes and stuff. So, but I think that's what I love about my friends too. We just give each other hard times. I feel like as a guy, I'm not the only one in that department. But yeah, as I was saying, I just want to. I look at this as like for a lack of a better term, service for the people. So it's just like, not that anything I'm saying or doing on these videos is a service, but I just think that's part of the. I mean, YouTube, you're making a video so people can see it. So I just, I just want to, work with you guys, do things. I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I'm trying to do better with that. But do people, do what you guys want too, and do what, if I'm doing what I love, not really love, I don't love making videos. That's why I'm freaking doing this, guy in my comfort zone. But if I'm doing if I'm enjoying the videos I'm making and putting out there, and so you guys, that's awesome. So, but yeah, I'm the guy from. I like talking about sports. I know sports freaking genius, but I like just talking about whatever, giving you guys my opinion. One thing, if you guys get this far, I'm a minute away. We're almost a minute away from 10 minutes here, but. One thing I'm probably not going to touch on at all in the now, future, whatever, is just political stuff. I just feel like it's just such an easy way to divide people, and I personally don't care what side you're on, as long as you're a good person, So, like, if you're a good person, and I may not agree with you, I don't care, as long, because I know you're a good person, you have good intentions. So, like, I might not agree with those intentions, but I know those intentions are pure and good. So, like, you're just going to do what you think is right. Everyone's their own mind, their own body, whatever. So, I just feel like it's so easy to divide that way. Because, again, it's a serious matter, too. It's your life, you know what I'm saying? If you're living here, it's your life, like... such crazy things could happen no matter who's in office, so, or in your opinion, someone might not think it's crazy, but to me, it's like crazy. Look at me, I'm freaking said I wouldn't be talking about politics. I know I'm not getting anything specifics here, but hey, so that's just, that's my opinion. So I know, because I'm just saying that because I'm asking for feedback. So, um, and I didn't, I guess if I wanted to avoid that, that probably would have been the best bet for me, is to not bring it up. But I figured I'd just lay that out now. Which I guess is stupid. I mean, as you see, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I didn't even think I would be able to sit here and talk to a camera for 10 minutes, and here I am. More than 10 minutes. Wasn't going to end the video now, so geez. But yeah, if you guys got this far, I appreciate it. This is awesome. That's awesome. I feel like the fact that you guys could listen to me for 10 minutes is insane. But yeah, I'm Long Island, born and raised. I'm in Suffolk now. Grew up in Nassau, and but yeah, I mean, like, who knows? I might even be like, first videos, I'm asking for feedback, and I'm gonna, if I get any sort of, I'm gonna look at it, go from there. Who knows? I might do a video on X one day and Y the other, and it might be two completely different topics, but that might be the beauty of my channel. Who the hell knows? But yeah, well, yeah, I'll talk to you guys, I guess. Yeah, I want to make sure I hit everything too, because like I keep saying it, but I feel like if I'm I made a couple of videos here, so I don't know what I said in one video and opposed to if I left it out in this one yet, or not. But yeah, I just feel like if I'm asking for feedback here, it's only fair to give you guys as much information as I'm willing to give, so you guys could, take that ball and run with it, and say, hey, talk about this. But yeah, I guess this is new, so any questions you guys have, if you're interested, who knows? I might do a Q&A. You guys, if you have any questions, I'll answer a few, and then we could go from there. Like, oh, they're interested in this, but yeah, like I was saying before, it's just I feel like everything's so saturated, so I don't really have like a plan where this is going. Just feel like there's so many creators out there, and they do a lot of them do such a great job that, and like I said, I'm no sports genius here. I mean, I have no problem giving my opinion, but I'm no sports genius. I know people know the Bills more than me, know football more than me, so like, but yeah, so I'm just, and if I mention this, I think I did, but being a Bills fan, like I said, I grew up a Jets fan, and it's like they're the only team in New York. So like I said, I made a few videos, so if I'm repeating myself, you're like, dude, you already said that. My bad. As I'm doing this, things are going to get better. But yeah, so I, went to Cortland, SUNY Cortland, upstate. If anyone's from New York, I'm sure you guys know of Cortica and all that. I went post 2013, so if anyone knows about 2013, yeah, so which would have been sick to go to. Yeah, I'm a 30-year-old from Long Island, Bills fan, sports guy. I lost my dad. I don't even know. A few years ago, like before COVID, it was just such a horrible time for me. I kind of just pulled out. I just know it was September. I can't even tell you the day exactly. Early September, maybe September 5th, 6th, or something. But it was just such a horrible time for me. I just kind of like, I'm sure it's in my brain somewhere, but my brain refuses to retrieve that memory. Which, whatever, it's just about keeping his memory alive. I don't really give a crap if I remember when or exactly or whatever. It's just like, what am I gonna? What is that? In my opinion, what does that do for me? Another anniversary of his death. That to me is just like, trying, because I don't, anyone that does that, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to them either. So I'm trying to choose the right words here. I don't want to offend anyone. Like everyone deals with grief differently. But yeah, I just feel it's, in my opinion, like it's bad for me personally. Like I said, everyone's different. So me personally, I feel like it doesn't do me any good remembering that day that because I lost a best friend, and I realized that after. I was a young kid. I'm 30. It was years ago. Like I said, it was before COVID, so I wasn't older than 25. Yeah. And yeah, it was just a bad time for me. So it's just a bad time. Like I said, I realized after the fact, like, and I wish I had more time. But who doesn't when someone passed? Who doesn't wish they had more time? But um, but yeah, guys, like I said, I don't want to blabber. I'm trying. Like it's going on 15 minutes. I guess I should past 15 minutes. I guess I should shut up. I don't even know if you guys are gonna listen to 15 minutes or jeez. But all right, I'm gonna leave it at that. I tried to give you guys as much info. Like I said, I didn't feel like I gave you guys enough in the first one. So yeah, guys, anyone. I don't care if it's one person. I'll two people. Like I'll take it, and hopefully more people listen. Then great. Then hopefully by, hopefully by then I have some sort of for lack of a better word, niche to hear that I'm like, all right, I'll do this. Like I said, I'm not trying to make it big. I'm just trying to do something out of my comfort zone and get things off my chest and. Cheaper than therapy, you know what I'm saying? But all right, guys, I appreciate it, and I hope I get a listen, and I hope whoever listens, whether it's 1, 2, 3, whoever, one of you enjoy it. But all right, enjoy, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the week. Have a good weekend.